Hello, I'm Martin Fencka and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Civilization 5 as Morocco. At the end of the previous episode, we finished another wonder, the Empire State Building, and that gave us the option to choose another great person. And in the end, I decided to go for a great scientist. I may take him right away. The main reason is great scientists will allow me to get replaceable parts faster, and I'll try to go for the motherland cause, get the free social policy from it. This already tells you which ideology I'll go with. We'll go with order, which might not be ideal for cultural victory, but order has some pretty decent tenets for tourism, surprisingly. I think we can work with that. The main reason why I decided to go with order in the end is the fact that Indonesia has order, and I really don't want to pick ideology that will be different. Then it would become almost impossible to stay friendly with Indonesia in the long run. And with the same social policy, it should be very easy being friendly with them. So I'm still basically working on that alliance as Indonesia and hopefully as Syria. I don't think they have ideology yet, so hopefully they take order as well, and then this should allow us to create a pretty strong alliance. Then we will try to use diplomacy to basically like manipulate the world in our favor. So that's this decision. I will of course wait for the next social policy so that we get a little bit more from the scientist. And about buildings, well, what are our options? We probably want to get those research labs up as soon as possible. Maybe let's start with our capital. I will pay for it. Research labs are pretty good. Science from hospitals, factories, medical labs, and scientists are produced 33% more quickly in the city. That's the pretty important part. That's why I want to get the research lab in all cities as soon as possible. Okay, so that's one. How much money do we have? 1,000, not quite enough. Rush more, but all the money we get now will go into the research labs, and I'll try to rush all 5. So that's this turn, and I think that we can end the turn. We are still waiting for our archaeologists to finish what they are doing right now before we start plundering caravans. And what else? This guy's waiting. Actually thinking about just popping him. How are cities doing? 17, 17, 18. And how are we doing on Wheel of the King Day? 29, 13, 15. Because this doesn't reset the timer, it just adds more time, right? So I could just pop him. How much would this give us? I think it's like 1,500. Thinking. People could use more gold. At this point, probably getting a town is not so important. Okay, fine, let's do it. That's not what I was planning initially or like originally with the Great Merchant, but I think I'm gonna do it. How many turns do we get from it? We have 29. Let's compare it. Now we have 44, so it gives 15 turns. Could have just checked the pop-up. But it gave us more money. And pay for another research lab. Actually, we can pay for both research labs now. And let's end the turn. Come on, come on. What do we have here? Border growth, tourism and trade. Citizens from the Indian city use their naval trade route to get 30 and 50 on tourism. That really isn't that much, but our tourism kind of sucks still, so we can't expect to get more yet. He's treated with Mongolia ended. Hopefully he doesn't declare right away. We need like 3 more turns to finish all the archaeological digs. Okay, let's build a mine here. And this trade route goes back to Indonesia. We are getting pretty decent culture from this now. Oh, he's starting to snowball pretty hard. It's so few wonders. It will be difficult for him to really run away with the game. We'll probably just have to keep him busy with some wars. Ideally with William and Pakal. Those are the main targets, of course. Okay, more people. What do we want to work? Specialists? Probably not. I think we are done with specialists in this city, at least for now, until we get the research lab. So, is there anything better than the coastal tiles? Probably not. And in FAS, have the observatory here, but this is a pretty good tile. Could grow in 13 turns. How are we doing on the scientist? 60 down to 45. Growth is still reasonable. Okay, fine. Let's work the observatory. Production, well, that is easy. That's gonna be a research lab, another research lab. We just have to wait until we get the money to crash them. Good, now we get another scientist. Oh, great. This is what we need. Let's get a Dutch artifact. Don't think we have that yet. And another one. Perfect. I guess it's gonna be artifact from Buenos Aires. Now let's try to optimize our tourism to 35. Well, it's nice, but unless we get to like 1,000, we probably don't have a chance. Let's just keep working on that. Next. More people entering modern era. That's fine. We are about to enter atomic, so actually people who are just entering or just entered modern era are behind at this point. Another scientist. Yep. Here is more coal. So that should allow us to build some more factories. And here we have to keep feeding our cities, because otherwise they would starve. But at some point, I will have to switch from these caravans to cargo ships and somehow find enough food around my cities. $100. 81 gold. How is the last guy doing? Can't we just pick things up? Can indeed. Okay. And now we can unleash our Pathfinder. And I think I know where I'm gonna unleash him. Thank you. Can I get some more? I'll get it here. How far can I go? Oh, I wouldn't have enough movement or enough action points to pillage this one as well. Okay, fine. Let's just jump up. Some more vision, and we'll see what we can steal next turn. Once we are done with the caravans here, we'll move to Mongolia and try to get even more. can actually pay for both now. Okay, so that was easy. And keep going. Oh, we got a quest. Just checking. Still thinking about that city-state, how I could steal it from William. Where the hell they go? There are 2 more that we lost. Okay, fine. Let's just go this way, try to find some Mongolian caravans. Can do... That's a good question. Probably build a village here. Wait. Oh. What about you? And build a village there. But at this point, I think we are done with all the important improvements. Except maybe like 3 or 4 down here. A construction project. Build 4 hospitals. No, I was hoping it will be 4 research labs. Oh, well, I want to build hospitals at some point anyway. What's the reward? 149 production, 162 influence. That's a lot of influence. Oh, we'll see. Okay, next, now we get that. Actually, I think now we get the ideology, and next turn we get the tenet, first tenet. I can build me a lumber mill. This is gonna be the mine. Gold from Japan. How many tax does he have? 49. Listen, Japan. Attack. Industrialization. Where's industrialization? Oh, I'll definitely sell you that. It's what? The 6? 57? Still acceptable? 58? Joy. And exactly do we get excuse me, extra yields and harms religious unrest? We don't care about that. It's just about the extra yields and the finisher. That's pretty important. 25% growth in all cities is just nuts. 33% great scientist rate. Combine that with the research lab, another 33%, and we will be getting so many scientists, and we can buy scientists on top of that. And we actually have to wait for the ideology until the next turn. Okay, fine. Important thing is that next tenet we get in 20 turns, and that's a long time. I mean, the next after the free one. How are we doing here? Also not ideal, and I don't see a way how to get more Golden Age points to start the new Golden Age, basically before this one ends, or right after this one ends. I'm focused on the Golden Age so much because it's a huge boost to our culture, and we need to get more tenets as soon as possible. The faster we get the important tenets, the easier the win will be. There are some very crucial things when it comes to tenets. By the way, Are we done with all upgrades? Or I'll have to invest some money into our military. Very soon, why would I want to build a farm here? No, I want to build a village. Very soon, the Great Wall becomes obsolete, and then we'll be pre-exposed. So I have to make sure we can at least look like we can defend our territory. Not fast enough. 2 exposed caravans. Well, we'll try next turn again. And probably once I'm done pillaging, or not pillaging, plundering those caravans, I will just move the Pathfinder back and maybe even upgrade him. Okay, next. Singapore has a new ally. Really? I'm not too happy about that, to be honest. Karim killed. Yeah. Maybe try to send my agents to some city-states, even. Problem is, where exactly? We could try Kabul? No, that's hostile. Don't really care about hostile. What about Sydney? What do they want? Tax and build agribusinesses. How much influence do they have here? That's an option. What about you? You hate me for some reason. It's not too much influence there. Neutral, you'd get porcelain. Okay, I think we send one agent down here. What about Malacca? You are hostile, don't care about hostile. $175 golden age points. Yeah, we need more. Nothing super important here. Just have to make sure Assyria doesn't get sanctioned. Open borders with Assyria ended. Well, we need that back. Just trade it. Oh, we can trade it. Gold per turn, is this gonna work? Is he gonna pay me? No. 26 is too much. Oh, this is still fine. Okay, production. Four hospitals. There is no way I'd get 4 hospitals in time. 3 agribusinesses and 2 agribusinesses. Those quests are just trying to force me to build those. But it's such a bad idea. Especially once we lose the bonus from the Great Wall. It will be so easy pillaging the horses here. And it can cause so much trouble. Oh, ideology. So, when we look on order, Hero of the People, that's a huge boost. Plus, we get the free great person right away. And then, usually, I'm taking People's Army very early for the happiness culture boost. But this is only good when you go really wide. The more cities, the better this is, basically. Communism, not really that amazing. Guerrilla warfare, nothing for us. Double agents is interesting, especially if we tried to rig elections in city-states. But this is like a kind of tenet. It's nice to have, but it's not a super high priority. We are already done basically with our factories, I think. So again, would be nice to have, but not must have. What we want to get is Peaceland bread for another 20% growth. And then we get to the interesting stuff. Level 2, Cultural Revolution, 33% tourism to other... oh, this is just other civilizations. Whoops. Spice, steel technologies, double normal. But still, this gives bonus to the tourism we'll be sending to Indonesia, which is one of the cities that'll be difficult to defeat. So it's still a nice bonus. This could maybe help us if we get those extra spies. Send everything to Pakal. Some of them may succeed with the double rate. If we just our spies are fast enough and get enough attempts, few should succeed, right? What else do we have? This is probably not relevant anymore. Again, would be nice to have, but not must have. I don't really care about corporations. But then we get to dictatorship of the proletariat. 75% tourism to civilizations with less happiness. Look at our happiness. We are somehow near 100. +1 happiness to factories. We should stay the happiest civ in the game until the end. So this is permanent 75% tourism boost to all saves, which is just crazy. And then in case we can't get the cultural victory, we can still go spaceflight pioneers so that we can rush the spaceship parts, and a great leap forward can get us to those spaceships parts faster. So we will be basically working on 2 victory conditions at the same time with order. First, more great people. I'm just thinking of which order I want to take all of this. Fear of the people into Peaceland, Bread. After that, probably double agents in the end. Yeah, I think that will be the order. Okay, so grab this, and now the great person is gonna be a prophet. I already talked about this in the previous episode, I think. Now we can use the prophet to flip Singapore. Finish one of the quests that get closer to the alliance. This but the fact that Indonesia managed to steal Singapore from William kind of sucks. I was hoping that I would be stealing city-states from my enemy, not from my friend. But well, I'm gonna stick with that plan anyway, and we will need the great prophet to flip our cities as well. Look at Fas. Doesn't have a religion anymore. I think Tangier, or what was that? Well, basically all our cities are being pressured like crazy. Maybe even our capital. So this will save us quite a lot of faith. Okay, now when we have social policy, it's time to pop our scientists. It's one. How are we doing with that golden age? Oh, we are getting closer. And the second one, let me check. I want to make sure that I have all the important things queued up. Penicillin, rifling, military science. We need military science for replaceable parts. And then we have to get the dynamite.
It is well that war is so terrible, or we should grow too.
Oh, did I? Of course I screwed up. Okay, fine. We get penicillin 1 turn later. Not the end of the world. And also the fact that we went order. Oh, actually, wait. Order doesn't give us mercs. It's authority. No, wait. Authority. What am I talking about? I get confused here. Why I was even thinking about mercenaries? I mistaken authority for order. Never mind. Forget about. Forget that I even mentioned that. For some reason, I was thinking that to get mercs, we needed an ideology, not specific social policy tree. Some more money. And wait, there's still, look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4 caravans. Let's try to wait for them. Go. We are influential over someone. And Assyria declared on Pakal. Go Assyria. How many tags do you have? 51. He has 56. There's penicillin, atomic era. Where are all those caravans? Oh, there is one. I think now I'll get just out of here. I have a bad feeling about this. I'm pretty sure Mongolia is gonna declare again pretty soon, and I don't want to lose at the Pathfinder. Replacement spy, that's another spy. Okay, once again. One. Sydney, was it Sydney the second one? I think so. Good. Next. Declare war on Japan. Definitely not. Oh, who is attacking Sofia? Syria is attacking Sofia. May get another city. Come on, I said move this way. You know what? It should be safe. Because I think most people focused on this part of the skill tree. We had multiple people starting corporations. I think Pakal is going this way. He's been fighting a lot, and usually when the guys are fighting so much, they just go for the military attacks. I think plastics, something no one else has. We can even check, actually. I should have done that first. Well, he has plastics, okay. Maybe it was a mistake. But he should be the only one. Yeah. I can sell plastics. Want to trade with this guy. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have it. electricity. Electricity means I can't even offer him plastics yet. It's just Pakal who might be able to steal the Crystal Redentor from us. Hopefully it doesn't happen. Support declared war on Panama City. Oh great, William managed to steal the city-state back. That's perfect. Now we have to flip it before Indonesia gets it back. Golden Age ends, but in 6 turns we get a new one. Great. How are we doing on trade routes? Greetings, comrade. I'm pleased. Yeah, he's happy that we have the same ideology. It's a huge modifier. You want iron? Nope. We get the military science. Fighters, rulers. Oh. What does it look like? This is good. They fight each other. It's not one-sided war. It's just a costly, long war with huge losses. That's what we need. Indonesia is surprisingly weak, and Assyria is pretty strong.
Wars may be fought with weapons, but they are won by men. It is the spirit of the men who follow
Military academy.
who leads that gains the victory.
Don't need that. Brandenburg Gate is gone. Allows map trading. Don't really care. Writers for citadels. Just care about the writers. Oh. Now we finish one quest. And where are our cuirassiers? There we go. Look at the difference in the culture per turn when we don't have a golden age. It's like 500 culture difference. It's just insane. I think that I'll even use this artist for golden age. It's just 2 turns, but still. What's the reward? What are we doing now? Far behind are we? 120. They want us to build, what was that again? Hospitals. I could work on that. And if I have the correct timing, I might be able to get the production towards the motherland calls even. And we might be able to win the tech race. That would be nice. 5,000 tourism almost with all saves. That would be a nice boost. We are now getting some pretty cheap tax. So we should be able to win that. Okay. Let's vote against the sanction. This one is pretty easy. I don't think that anything can pass in this case. How much money do we have? 4,000. Do we have hospital in our... Oh, no, we don't. Not sure if I'll have the time to get it. If I want to get the bonus for the next wonder, I probably have to start working on hospitals right now. So that's the second one. Both will be done in 10 turns. We have 17 turns to get the replaceable parts. Oh, 44. Hey, could just get rid of this guy now. All the tiles that we can work are already upgraded. Or let's send him south and quickly finish these. We'll go to Fas. Next. Pakal is plotting against me. Yeah. It's not a big surprise. Sofia captured by Assyria. That's here. Open borders. Want to buy open borders from me. Do I want to give him open borders? I don't think so. Probably not to him. No, I will refuse this. I don't want to allow him to move units into my territory and see how weak I really am. Fails, 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 and as expected. Another research lab. So this would be third hospital. Okay. Oh, you don't have a hotel, so let's get a hotel. One, two, three. Oh, we can still work this tile. Actually, we have some tiles here that are not improved. We have tiles around our capital that are not improved yet. Okay, what about you? That's only like 100 gold, so let's upgrade him once. Next turn we'll see how much is the next upgrade. And you want biology and you are willing to pay me a lot. Don't care about your coal, horses. Problem is, if I sell him biology, which is quite an expensive tag, what's gonna happen is that a few turns after this he'll just declare war and I'd end up basically giving him biology. So no, I'm not trading you tags. There is the artist. Do here. Work the research lab. How are we doing? 30 turns on the scientist. And just 3 turns difference on the growth. That's fine. How much is this? 20. That's still fine. Now the question is, what do we do with this guy? How long can we get from him? 60. Last time I think it was 15 and it gave us 18 for some reason. Is there anything that will give us longer golden ages? Oh, maybe even go for a settlement. Now when I'm looking at it, +2 population in each city isn't bad. It would allow us to switch from those caravans to cargo ships earlier. But nothing that would give us longer golden ages. I need the golden age. Okay, I think it will be in the next turn, but when all the effects of the golden age kick in. So we started on like 960-ish culture per turn. Now we are 1150. Let's see how much we'll have next turn. What is this? Yeah, now we have 1326. So all we have to do was send the caravan for the bonus to really kick in. Darius is going too far. No, I don't want to fight Darius. If you want to fight him, fine. Just don't take any cities from him, please. Japan declared war on us. Yeah, it might have been a mistake. Construction from Antananarivo. There's another scientist. Okay, one thing at a time. Scientist can wait. Citrus from Assyria ended. We don't care about citrus. You want me to build 4 hospitals as well? Well, that's quite convenient. Problem is, with the extra scientist, I may want to just pop him and get the replaceable parts that much faster. How quickly can I get this hospital? I screwed up. Maybe not. I didn't realize William, yeah, how close the city-state is to falling. William will take it next turn. Never mind, we can forget about this. How are we doing on the Great Engineer? 36, that's not bad. I think if I could speed things up somehow. How are we doing on the Diplomat? 32. We want another Diplomat. Probably not. Okay, let's just pause on these 2 specialist slots. And how long is this gonna take now? 22 turns. 14 turns to grow. Would it be a huge difference if I worked this? It's 2 turns. Okay, fine. I'll just get the engineer as fast as possible. And this is where the upgrades get expensive. 45. Can pop this guy right away. They're one turn away from the replaceable parts. Probably won't get the reward fast enough. Let me flip the city. Oh, come on.
Nothing is particularly hard if you divide it into small jobs.
Don't rob the treasury. Sure, they can have 129 gold. This is fine. Wait. Is the city-state somehow still alive? And they peaced out? No. They're still at war. How did it survive? I'd like to know if we have oil, but radio is so important. After that, I'd love to get atomic theory and be the first one to get Manhattan Project for the free nuke. But in this case, I think we have to rush ecology so that we get Sydney Opera House. And then telecommunications for the CN Tower. And of course, Citizen Earth Protocol. Oh, we can move to the capital, at least for now. And fingers crossed that we don't lose the Crystal Redentor on this turn. Our spies uncovered that William is plotting against me. Yeah, Pakal and William are plotting against everyone at this point. Okay, there it is. So that's some extra tourism. You are done. So let's get rid of him. Page points. Seven turns on the next scientist, that's a long time. There was another tile with science around here. I'd probably work that instead of the specialist. May even work this village. Ah, need the science. And fast. It's gonna be the same thing. 42, 34. Okay, production. Restorator is gone. How many turns do we need to finish the quest? 8. I could brush the hospital in the capital. It would be done in 5 turns. I would have to delay this hospital by a turn. I can just build it. Hope that in 8 turns I can get it. Problem is, I really don't want to risk losing Motherland cause. That's one of the pretty important ones. We need those free social policies. I think I'll make a cut here and think about this a little bit, because another option is even to buy a great engineer, fate bind him. I was saving the fate for it. That was the plan, basically. Just instantly get it. I would pay up the engineer and get it the next turn. Question is just if I want to risk it or not. Or I mean, risk building it, not rushing it. But then, what we do with the bonus production from the quest? We could use that for the hospital and just rush that. At this point, the hospital is about as expensive as the one there. Get the factory, then the hospital. Also want the Palace of Culture and Science as soon as possible. Well, as I said, I'll think about this a bit more. Excuse me. I'll think about this a bit more off camera. We are done with this episode, so as usual, I hope that you liked it. I hope that you're gonna join me for the next one again. And until then, have a good time. Bye bye.